Guys, welcome back to the channel. Guys, thanks so much for all of you guys that came to the live today. And thank you, Julie, for coming up, talking with me, and having a great conversation. So, guys, I want to start this series. I had someone in my comments to the live, they really didn't understand the theory that I was talking about when I was talking about Nick should have never made it out alive. So, guys, this theory was introduced by Toddy. And the theory goes, we know that Gypsy had manipulated Nick for over 2 years to get him to come and do the deed. She had everything planned out, everything to a T. She had paid for his bus ticket, paid for his hotel room. Everything was paid for. Everything was planned. I mean, down to the smallest detail. So the way this theory goes, and it seems to make sense. If the way it went down was the planned way, we know how detailed Gypsy is with anything she does. She has a plan. And she will tell everyone that she's a planner. She knows she will plan everything down to the minuscule. So if this was planned for this to happen and for her to just leave after it's done and go with Nicholas, then why did she not already pay, bought and paid for her bus ticket back to Wisconsin? Why wasn't everything else already bagged up and ready to go, ready to hit the road? Why? In my in my theory, I think someone else was supposed to be there at that time. And in my opinion, it was Dan. Like I said, my opinion. I think it was Dan, and I think maybe Dan went there. Maybe he didn't know the whole plan of it all. But I think that he went in there, he's seen what happened. And in my honest opinion, I think that Dee Dee was already gone by the time Nicholas got there. And I think she was either already gone or almost there when Dan got there. And I think Dan came in there, he's seen the crime scene, and he was like, oh, no, 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 no. I don't want any part of this. No part of this whatsoever. So I think he took off. So here comes Nick. Gypsy's scared. What is she going to do? Because the way she planned it is not working. So at the last minute, she had to come up with something else. And that something else, I think, was actually leaving with Nicholas Godejohn. She had to pack, she had to get everything done quickly. When they went to the bus station, they had to wait a couple of days because they didn't have 2 seats to go to Wisconsin together. So that's why they had to stay in that hotel for a couple of days instead of getting their stuff on out of town. In my opinion, I think that David Blanchard knew something about this too. I think that is why he acted so nervous. And that's another thing that in this series we're going to go over, because David Blanchard also gave a couple of wrong names to the police whenever they came out and they interrogated him. And there's a lot of things to this story that doesn't make sense. And like the name of the series, unanswered questions. There's a lot. Nick, in his interrogation, talked about somebody in a raincoat. Nick also mentioned something about he would apologize to everybody except for Dan. There was a cigarette found outside the Blanchard house that night. And at that point in time, I don't think Gypsy was smoking. So there's a lot, a lot of unanswered questions. And I think that maybe we should slow down from all the hype and all the look at what Gypsy's doing, and let's go back to the case. Let's go back and revisit some of the stuff that has happened, and let's go through the case again, because that's the main thing that we're looking at here. There was a mother that lost her life. She was a mother, she was a sister, she was a friend, she was an aunt. This was a person that meant something. And she lost her life. She was a victim. And unfortunately, you look on TV, in the papers, you ever even ask her own daughter. She's been, it's terrible what has happened to her. Her legacy is gone. It's terrible. So we're going to go and revisit the crime, and we're going to talk more about it. And that way, people that maybe is blind following her, maybe they'll see some of this stuff, and maybe that will open up their mind, and maybe they will ask questions as well instead of just blind following her. Guys, also in the comments, please tell me, what are your unanswered questions? What do you think is weird about the whole case? Let's just do a timeout of everything that's going on, and let's revisit the case. Guys, I'm going to do another live either tomorrow or Monday. Let's get together. Let's talk. Let's talk about all of this. Let's do a slow down, and let's stop talking about the hype, and let's get back into the crime where it needs to be. Because Dee Dee really does deserve justice. So guys, tell me what you think. I love you guys. And thank you so much for making today's live so successful. And I will make a post right before I go live to let you guys know. I'm so excited. And guys, come on up, talk to me. Let's have a conversation. And I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.